You are listening to the Intuitive Healing Connection, where intuitive healing connects with everyday living. Hi, my name is Gina Stroll, and I am your host. I am best known as the down-to-earth energy healer that doesn't sugarcoat the truth. I walk my clients through the healing process so they can find freedom from their emotional pain, heal from their past, and find peace and joy again. If you are interested in healing your emotional past, tapping into your spiritual side to receive your own answers, finding your own clarity, and discovering your own spiritual truths, then you are in the right place. I am here to lead the way and to help you discover your own intuitive healing connection. Hello and welcome back. I'm so excited. We're going to finish off. This is the final podcast for all of this talk about mediumship and readings and what to expect. And I just kind of want to give you some final thoughts today, maybe a little bit of information. I hope that this has all been very helpful for you. If you haven't watched the last few podcasts, I would encourage you to go back and listen to them, re-listen to them. I want to give you hope today is what I want to give you. I want to give you hope to know that, what, as hard as death can be, as hard as the grieving process can feel, I want to give you hope. There is hope out there. And as much as this is part of our human existence, dealing with that and healing from your traumas and going through all the process is just as much part of it as that is. And if anything, knowing that this time that we have here in life is precious. It is so precious. I love talking about being able to connect with our souls because life lives on. People live on. Souls live on. This isn't the end. This is not the end. It is a new beginning. And that's kind of what I want to encourage you today is I've talked a little bit in the previous podcast about really creating a relationship with spirit afterwards. But this is I want to expound more on that today and give you an opportunity to understand that, you can connect with your loved ones every day. As great as mediums are, you don't need a medium to connect with your loved one. And I just want to yell that to the rooftops because you can learn to do it yourself. You can learn to open up, be open to the possibility. In fact, the first step in doing that is really being open to the possibility that you can do that. I've been a natural medium my whole life. I have connected with spirit my whole life, even when I didn't understand it. I did not know what was going on in my younger years. I was raised in a very religious family. We did not talk about any of this. And the very thought that I could even do that, I didn't even know what it was. I thought I was just crazy. I thought I was just losing my mind. I thought I was hearing things, need medicine, lock me up in the battered room. Like I just didn't get it. I understand now it was all for a purpose. I have had some big losses in my life as well. Most of you know, I lost my brother to suicide my senior year in high school. In fact, just a few weeks before graduation, it was not a fun experience to go through. I didn't understand everything that I understood now. But because of his loss, it is one of the reasons that I feel so passionate about talking about connecting with spirit and healing from our past and doing this work, because it is so vitally important that we go through the morning steps, that we work through it, and that we have an understanding of why you're really here. I think that's the big part that we miss out. We get so caught up in this human world of your loss and you missing your loved ones, which is perfectly fine. But when we do our healing work, we can get past that and we can get more to the gratitude part of being grateful for the time that we had with them here, of understanding that this physical life is just a short part of our lifetime existence, of our lifetime's existence, because I do 100% believe we do this more than one time. I believe you get multiple physical bodies. If you choose to, that you go through this physical life multiple times, you go through the birthing process. I meet with people every day who I can just feel their soul is an old soul. They have lived many lifetimes. They have lots of wisdom. I'm sure you've seen young kids that you're like, wow, they're just really smart. Like they just have lots of wisdom. They're just really knowledgeable in the way that life works. It's not their first rodeo, so to speak. They have been doing this many, many, many times. They have came here, gained knowledge, done lots of healing work. I'm sure had some really, really rough lives and are healing from all of that and helping you move along too as well. There's so much that's intertwined here. And this is my message for you today, that as hard as grief is, and as hard as all of this is to go through, there's nothing wrong with going through the healing process. In fact, you absolutely 100% should. As a healer, this is one of the reasons, and I promised that I would talk about this, and I'm going to talk about this now. This is one of the reasons that I quit doing a full-time mediumship, is because here's what my experience was. As a healer, I would go through and do these marvelous healing or these marvelous mediumship readings. We'd connect with their spirit loved ones. I freaking loved doing it. But then I realized at the end of these readings that these people needed healing to help them deal with the loss of their loved ones. And so Spirit was asking me to then do some intuitive healing, help them release some of their emotions and help them work through their loss. So I got to the point where I was doing a full mediumship reading, and then I would turn around and do a healing session with them as well. But one thing that stuck out to me, and this has always stuck out to me, is that I believe we need healing at most 100% of the time. And in setting with Spirit after having these experiences and realizing that, what intuitive healing is really it's my first love. It is my first love. I love the spirit world. I love being in the spirit world, but I realized that people needed a way to work through their traumas, to work through their grief, to work through all of these things so that they could get to the point where they were ready to hear the beautiful messages from Spirit, and they were ready to walk out of the grief cloak and feel okay and not feel guilty for wanting to go and live a life without their loved ones right by their side in the physical world. Okay, I'm going to clarify that. Because a lot of times we have guilt. We think that we shouldn't be happy again, or that we have to go through a certain process, or we have to mourn a certain way, or to do things a certain way in order to be socially accepted, in this whole big realm of grief and death and loss. And I just don't see it that way. I absolutely believe that your spirit, those people in spirit, your family, your loved ones, your dad, your grandmas, all of these people, your husbands, your wives, want you to move forward. They want you to be happy. They want you to find happiness again. They want you to heal. Hands down, want you to heal. And when you understand that, you can move forward in such a different light, and you can look at things very differently. And this is my message to you today, is that it is fabulous to understand all of this, but to put it in play is a whole other thing. I believe when we get to the point that we understand that death is definitely just part of our life here, it is part of the process, and that we understand that people come into our lives sometimes for a short period of time, sometimes for a longer period of time. And it is an opportunity for us to learn and to grow and to be with them. And then as they step out of their opportunity and move into something else, that is their time to move on. And it is our time to heal. That's part of our journey here. And if you will, I promise you, do your healing work through your emotions, work with a healer if you need to. I absolutely love working with people in grief and helping them step out of that and find their happiness again, and know that it's okay to be happy. It's okay to step into your new life. It's okay to embrace your new life. It's okay to be angry that your life isn't what you thought it was going to be. It's okay to process all of those emotions, all of those expectations. It's absolutely, all of it's okay. But the number one goal for you is to be able to step forward and find happiness and joy again, and know that it's okay to be happy. It's okay to be joyful. It's okay to be in this world and enjoy this world and embrace all of the beautiful moments that it has to offer. And your loved ones want you to do that, hands down. So this is my healing message for you today. Do your healing work. Process your emotions. Seek out a medium if that's what you desire. Seek out those messages. set up a way to connect with your loved ones so that you can know that they're still here with you. Even after you move on in happiness, there's nothing wrong with wanting them to let you know that they're still by your side, that they're still here with you, enjoying all the moments of life with you, watching you work through your life, going on vacation with you, enjoying the grandkids, enjoying the kids, enjoying whatever marriages, births, all the things that happen. They're still there, embracing all those moments with you. It's just in a different way. And it's okay to process all of your feelings. It's okay to process all your emotions. It's okay. All of it is okay. It is what you choose to do with it and how you choose to work through it and live your life that matters. Because I know that your spirits, your loved ones want you to be happy. That's what they want. And they want you to be able to hold your head up high, to smile, to laugh, to giggle again, to enjoy your life, and to be okay. So I hope this is a helpful message for you today. Happy healing, because all of it is okay. All of this process is okay. And I don't care if it takes you 2 months, 6 months, 10 years, whatever it is on your time frame. Find a way to find joy again in life, because this is what your loved ones want from you. This is part of the process. And I know that you can do it. I know that you can find a way to step forward and embrace this beautiful world that we live in, because there's opportunities everywhere, opportunities all over, and you get to choose what you do with them. So that was my message for you today. Short and sweet and to the point. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my world. I hope that this has been very helpful for you and that you find a way to move forward. Of course, if I can help you in any way, I love working with all of you. I love helping you work through your stages of grief, helping you release all these emotions in your body, helping you release these triggers so that you can find your happiness and joy again, because that right there, to me, is what this journey is all about. It's not about the things that we go through. It's what we do with them on the other side. And that's what is important. So what are you going to do with all of this? What are you going to do with this information? Do you need help processing all of this? Reach out to me. Let's talk. I'm happy to help you process and work through and see maybe what you need or where you're at, what would be helpful for you. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. I'm sure this has brought up even more questions. If you have questions that you would like me to do another podcast on or do a live on, send them to me as well. I will answer those questions for you. And again, I hope this has been very helpful. So thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being part of my energetic world. And I'm sending so much love to you. And I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening today. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed this podcast. I would love to hear from you. You can reach out to me by email at ginastroll@ginastroll.com. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as Gina Stroll Intuitive Healing. You can also find the full podcast videos on my YouTube channel as Gina Stroll Intuitive Healing. If you are interested in working with me or you would like more information about any of the healing programs that I offer, you can find that information on my website at ginastroll.com. And of course, don't forget that sharing is caring. Share this podcast with a friend and help spread the healing energy around the world. Thank you for listening and joining me today, and I can't wait to connect up with you again.